Netanyahu now, Israeli Prime Minister, who is speaking. Let's listen in.
We have shown the bravery of our soldiers, and this is what is leading us in order to achieve all the goals and objectives of the war that we have set since the beginning, including the release of all the captives and also to eliminate all the military and political power of Hamas, and also to guarantee that Gaza will never be a threat for our state. In this war, we are clarifying to our enemies, but also to the whole world, that when the Israeli people are united, there is no power that can break them. And I am honored to be the Prime Minister of this great people and this great nation. And I'm happy to say that I was the leader of this nation during those challenging moments. The cabinet has approved the agreement in order to release the captives, and we will never stop exerting all the efforts to make this a reality. And this mission is a sacred mission for us and is accompanying me during my whole life, even during my service in the military, and also during my service in the cabinet and during my interactions with the different leaders. My spouse and myself, we pray and we are working so that all the captives could be released. I think about them all the time. My spouse, Sarah, is also investing and capitalizing all her thoughts and also all her prayers all the time for all those captives, wherever she is, inside the country or abroad. And I know that this is the source of concern of all the Israeli families. And I promise you here that we will implement and achieve all the goals of the war and also free all the captives. Up until now, we have been able to release more than 157 and 117 were alive. And within the framework of the new agreement, we will release 33 new hostages. Most of them are probably alive. This is the fruit of our soldiers in the battlefield, but also this is also the result of our efforts. We were able to stand fast and we didn't change our position. This agreement is also the result of the coordination with the administration of Biden, but also the new administration of Trump. And when Trump was elected, he was mobilized and he started working. And also he talked to me yesterday and blessed this agreement. And he honestly said that the first phase of the agreement is only a temporary ceasefire. That's why he said it's a temporary ceasefire as we prepare for the next phases. And as we are preparing for those phases, we have everything that we need and all the elements in order to release the remaining captives and to achieve the different goals of the war. Biden and also President Biden and President Trump have shown their full support to our war. And if Israel would find that the second phase of the agreement cannot be implemented, they said that they could understand this. And Trump said that he will release and remove all obstacles so that Israel can have all the weapons that it needs. And if we need to start or resume the war again, we will do that, and we will do it stronger than ever. During the negotiations, I have set a few priorities, including that we need to keep our options so that we can go back to war if possible and if needed. Hamas said that for months that we need. They also tried to stipulate several agreements or several conditions, and I rejected most of their conditions. I insisted on keeping the right to go back to war if needed with the support of the United States. And every official and each official in the U.S. administration have seen and said that is Hamas that is always trying to sabotage the negotiations. The second condition was to increase the number of captives who will be released in the first phase. And I'm happy and delighted to announce here that Israel was able to do so. And unlike the stance of Hamas, today we were able to double the number of the hostages alive who will be released during the first phase. The third principle that I insisted on is to keep the Philadelphia axis and also the buffer zone. When I talk about this, I mean by this that we will increase the number of our military presence there. And like what is being said, we have promised, and we have also made sure that we will keep the buffer zone that is surrounding the Gaza Strip. So our military forces will be spread out and will close all the strip, and we will not allow the arrival of any new weapons. We have decided also that all the prisoners whose hands are completely stained with blood will not be released. We will also increase the number of our militaries in the West Bank as well, so that we can defend our citizens there. So what has led to the change in the stance of Hamas? First, it was the hard attacks that they were subjected to, thanks to the strength of our military soldiers. And second, we were being able to hit and to target our enemy in 7 different targets, and we were able to kill Haniyeh and also Sinwar and also Hezbollah's leader, and we were able to destroy also the forces, the weapons of the Syrian forces, and we were able to attack all those, which means the axis of Iran, and we continue to do so. We have the upper hand, and as I said, we have changed the face and the reality of the Middle East. As a result, Hamas is now isolated completely, and this is what has led to the change in stance of Hamas. And this is why Hamas agreed to release the hostages, and that's why they are agreeing to what they did not accept to agree to in the past. The war, the sacred war that we are leading, has a high cost. However, those are decisions that took into consideration all the security elements, and unfortunately, I cannot talk at length about all the decisions that we've made. But what I can say is that on October 7, we faced a grave attack, but we were able to retaliate and to cause damage to our enemy. All our friends and all the world was impressed by our achievements. Dear Israelis, I see with a high morale all the bravery and all the courage that you have shown, and I would like to thank you for the support and for the solidarity and the trust that you placed in me and my colleagues and my friends during those decisive days. I see the elite of our military and our soldiers, women and men, also in the law order and in the police, and also in the civil defense and the medical staff and all the volunteers. Our whole nation participated in this war. And here we would like also to thank all and show our gratitude to all those who pay a high price, especially the families who lost their beloved family members. We are also supporting all those who were hurt, either mentally or physically or emotionally. Also, we are also standing by all those who had to leave their homes in the north, and we are here committed to facilitate the return of those people to their homes. I would like to say that the war did not end yet. There is still a long road before us. This is time for unity. This is what our people are expecting from us. We are victorious because of our solidarity and because our soul is the soul of the people, people who do not surrender to those who would like to kill us. With the grace of God, we will win, we will be victorious, and we will also secure our future, because there will be a judgment day, but there's also hope.